Hi, welcome to the Fairy Frequency channel. Thank you for joining us for dinner tonight. Ooh, I forgot to silence my ringtone. Hold on just a second while I do that. Okay, got that done. Alright, so if it's your first time at our channel, please make sure you smash the like for us and the big red button and that little bell so that you get all of our channel notifications. So tonight we're going to be making salmon and jambalaya rice and asparagus. So you may have seen the ingredients in the thumbnail. There's the asparagus. Jambalaya rice is going to be from a box, but we'll be adding some red pepper and some red onion to the mix and garlic, fresh garlic. Gotta have garlic. Yay. So, and all these things are fantastic for you. And then here's our wonderful giant salmon. This is really, really nice salmon. Very pink. It's Atlantic salmon too, so very excited about that. And we're going to use some Cara oranges with it too. So, firm believer in the whole use what you got thing. So let's look up some of our ingredients and see what we got here. Everything is so good for you, and I have a wonderful book of healing foods and food remedies. So we're going to have a look at that and see if we can't locate some of our delicious foods in this book and see what kind of health benefits they have. So let me get you switched around and we'll get started with that. Hi Melvin, welcome. Good to see you here. Okay, let's see. Switch the camera and there we go. Okay. Get you over here a little bit. Move some of my stuff out of the way. Okay. So we're going to have a look at this food remedies book real quick, and we're going to look up some of our ingredients. We're going to start and see if there's anything in here on salmon. So we'll look up salmon real quick. Oh, and by the way, this book is by Celine Yeager and the editors of Prevention Health Books. So, food remedies, fantastic book for your kitchen. Let's see here. Starting with salmon. Kids are in the back gaming, so okay, let's see. There's salmon, but I don't know if it has any health benefits listed in here. It has a recipe for it. Let's see. Yeah, just recipes. So let's look. Here we go. Fish. Health from the deep. So the healing power of fish. It can help reduce the risk of heart disease. It prevents breast and colon cancers. Promotes larger birth weight in babies. Reduces lung inflammation in smokers. Fantastic. Okay, and now let's look up, what else are we using? We're using asparagus. So let's look at the health benefits for asparagus. Oh, and I also have sweet potatoes too that I actually made last night. But we had leftover sloppy joes, and so we never got around to eating our sweet potatoes. So I have a whole pan of them ready to go. We just need to heat them up. Here we go. Asparagus. Health benefits, 45 and 47. So, and also if you guys want to copy this recipe, I want to let you know too. If you're ever interested in recreating one of our recipes, which you can find more of our recipes in our original playlist titled Fairy Foods, and you feel like recreating one of these by live stream or film, just let us know, and we'll be glad to post your link in our description box. Always love that to inspire you. So, asparagus, healing powers. It can help prevent birth defects and reduces the risk of heart disease and cancer. Fantastic asparagus. Okay, what else are we using? We're using some garlic. So we'll look up our... And garlic is amazing. There's so many good health benefits of garlic. It is a natural antibiotic. So that is a wonderful thing about garlic. Let's see. Garlic. Getting the most of 241 and 42. Page 241 and 42. Okay, so here. Wait, garlic? Yes, garlic. Okay, so our healing power for garlic, the great bulbs of power. Healing power. It can help ease ear infections, lower triglycerides and cholesterol, reduces the risk of stomach and colon cancers, and prevents heart disease and stroke. Welcome, Jan's Life Journey. Welcome, come play with us toy review. Thank you for coming in. Very glad you're here. Okay, so, if you guys want to share out, that would be great too. This is always more fun with friends, right? So share out on your social media and let's get this party going. Dinner party time. Okay, so we're looking for onions. And I've gone way too far. Let's see. Onions. Here we go. Onions. Getting the most from health benefits. $3.86. Here we are. No. $3.86. $3.86. The onion family. Roots of good health. Healing powers. They can help raise beneficial HDL cholesterol, lower blood pressure, decrease the risk of cancer, relieve congestion, and reduce inflammation. Fantastic onions. And I think I just saw oranges right here. Hey guys, you're going to have to go back to your room if you can't be quiet. Alright, so oranges, the sweet taste of citrus. Our healing power for oranges is that they can help lower the risk of heart disease and stroke. And they stop inflammation and they fight cancer. Fantastic oranges. So then I also want to look up peppers. Let's see here. Peppers. Should be after pectin. Well, let's see. Peas should be here somewhere. Where are our peppers? Okay, let me look in the back. Maybe I need to look under bell peppers. No. All right, let's see. Peppers. We want sweet peppers. So health benefits, 513. All right. I was looking in the wrong place if I was looking under P when I should have been looking under S. Oh, and then we need sweet potatoes too, so we'll get those next. Okay. And 513. Here we go. Sweet peppers. Whoops. Let me get that out of the way. There we go. Pick a peck for health. Their healing power is they can help prevent cataracts. They reduce the risk of heart disease. They are also packed with vitamin C, so they are very good at keeping colds and flus at bay. Welcome, Miss Chick. How are you? Oh, we are looking at the Food Remedies book by Celine Yeager and the editors of Prevention Health Books. So we're just looking up the ingredients that we're using tonight. And then I had made sweet potatoes yesterday and have them already prepared. So, and these are really simple to do, guys. If you want to make these, all you have to do is put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom and a little bit of butter and some salt and pepper, which I'm going to add a little salt and pepper right now. A little bit of Himalayan pink sea salt and a little bit of regular ground pepper. And we're going to go ahead and throw those in the oven so that they can start cooking. I'm going to throw a little bit of tin foil on them real quick to seal in all of the moisture. And really, we're just kind of reheating them because they're already cooked through. So if you want to do these, they're super simple. You just get your sweet potatoes and wash them up really good, and then proceed to stab them with a fork. It's great outlet. So very easy and very, very good for you. So let's talk about what sweet pepper's health powers are. Putting this right in the oven at 350, and we'll just let that cook while we're cooking everything else. So sweet potatoes are packed with antioxidants. Their healing power, they can help preserve the memory, they can control diabetes, and they can reduce the risk of heart disease and cancer. Fantastic. So I think that covers pretty much most of our ingredients that we're working with tonight. We have a few others. I'm using some spices too, like ginger and things like that. So let me get you scooted up here so we can see what's on the stove. All right, let's see. Okay, so we don't need this lid anymore. Get rid of that. You're very welcome. So glad to see you all here. Okay, so I love to start with olive oil, and we could have looked that up too because there is just so many good things about olive oil. Maybe I need to put this up a little bit higher. Let me see. Rethink my height. I'm a big fan of Tupperware as used for, we use our cell phone for everything. And so we actually have you just propped up on a cell phone and a couple things of Tupperware and some video games. Actually, is what you're on. See? That's what you're standing on. Firm believer in the whole use what you got. Okay, so. And we do that with cooking, too. So it's like whatever's in the cabinet, you know? And that works pretty good. All right, so that is our olive oil that we use. It's cut with sunflower oil, which it's fantastic. And I buy this at, we have a local Big Lots, and I get this jar for, well, it's a plastic jar, but I get it for $7 at the Big Lots. So, and I swear by them, I always have a backup bottle, and we use it for everything. I use it for, I just made a hair serum out of some of it, and you mix it with grapeseed oil and walnut oil and, let's see, I put tea tree oil, a little bit of castor oil, and what else did I put in there? Oh, eucalyptus. But yeah, that's a wonderful hair tonic too, so. All right, let's see. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some oil to all of my pans. So about, I don't know, maybe a quarter cup into each pan of oil is what I got here. And I'm going to get chopping some veggies up. Let's see. Little plate for chopping. Let's get you back so you can watch this chopping action. All right. Let's see. First thing I'm going to start with is red onion. And I'm going to need a couple of those. So, yeah, when ready, it's already sort of peeled. So we're just going to go ahead and get started with that. Now, I did find this wonderful chopping tool that makes things a lot faster, but I mean, I just kind of like chopping myself. Welcome, Carry On, Jeff and John. Tonight I'm making Atlantic salmon. I'm so excited. I love this dinner. It's so good. You guys are amazing cooks too. Was watching your spicy beef and naan bread today. That looked so delicious. Love your cooking shows. Very inspiring. I love cooking too. Um, we don't usually live stream our dinners, but sometimes we do have a few in our playlist called Fairy Foods. And we did a couple of really good ones, like the black bean soup. My sister loves that one because it was our first live stream on Google Hangouts. And like, I think she got a phone call or something. It took out her sound, and then she couldn't hear me. And I couldn't talk to her, and it was really annoying. So I was getting kind of angry about it. In one point, I was like, "Thanks, Google Hangouts." Yeah, it was a funny show. Actually, it was pretty funny. But let's see what else we did. We did potato soup, and actually, we had a friend that did a recreation of that too. So we always encourage everyone, if you want to recreate any of our recipes, we love sharing and inspiring you too. So if you do recreate one, let us know. If you do it in a live stream or in a video, just let us know, and we will be glad to share the link in our description box. So that way when people come to see this video, then they'll come and see your video too. So it's always fun. Yeah. And I'm kind of a mess when I cook too. But I find it really relaxing. Somewhat meditative. And it's artful too. So what are you guys cooking for dinner tonight? What's on your dinner menu? Oh, and there's a trick too for onions. Hold on, I'll get us some onion help. All right. Let me see. Now we just need a lot of. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So if you ever have trouble with your onions in the kitchen and they're bothering you, grab a little candle and light it on fire. And this is a great help. It helps disperse the gas so that you don't end up crying over your onions. It's one of the best tricks I know. Another good trick too that helps with the gas of the onions too is to keep your onions refrigerated. And that just tames it down a little bit, but oh, you'll still get to crying. If you light a candle, you won't. It fixes it. Okay. So, put some in there. I want some in here. Maybe we won't need more than one onion. That was a pretty big onion. Okay, let's see here. Get our pans turned on. So I'm turning everything up to just above medium. And that'll get us going with that. Okay, so we need our garlic. What did I do with that little garlic clove? I had one out. And I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so, and garlic will kind of get your eyes tearing up a little bit too if you get some really good garlic. We usually keep ours in the fridge too. I had some in there that was starting to get tails on it. It's ready to, it says, let's cook, or let's not cook this garlic. Let's grow it instead. Peanut butter chicken. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Love peanut butter chicken. I'll have to check out that recipe. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Carrie on Jeff and John, if you don't know them yet, you definitely want to meet them. They have a great cooking show. We have lots of wonderful ideas and a fantastic kitchen to cook in. We have a kind of a smallish kitchen, little, but it serves its purpose, I guess. And not much for mincing. Usually I end up with a lot of chunky chunks in there, but that's okay. Our family loves garlic. Me, not so much. I don't like a whole lot of garlic, but I know it's good for you, and I need it because it is loaded with its own natural antibodies, so it's very helpful, especially during cold and flu season. But if they had their way, they would, in fact, they'll probably add garlic. They usually add garlic salt or garlic powder to whatever I made. They never think it's enough garlic for them. So I'm going to throw in a little bit of garlic in each pan. All right. Whew. I almost think I'm ready for a cup of tea. I need to readjust my hair too. It's falling out. I would try. I will try. You said Wednesday night. What time is it going to be? What is your time for my time? I'm on Central Standard Time in Missouri. Welcome, Dan Anderson. How are you? Hi, Father Frequency. You know what's for dinner. Salmon, asparagus, and jambalaya rice. Very good dinner. That one's up just a little too high. Okay, so let's see. We need peppers in there too. Let's get those peppers in there. Wash this real quick. You just wanted to seem surprised. You're too funny. So, and there's another one. If you have not made connections with Father Frequency, that is my amazing husband. And that is where we stash all our music. He is such an amazing guitar player. And definitely someone that you would want to check out if you love music. Okay. I'm going to dice these up for the rice. I don't really have any measurements other than what like the box of rice says. But everything is just kind of like, you know, throw that in if you got it. So I'm sure you could do many variations of this. I don't know what your favorite thing is to add to your jambalaya rice, but just the regular box dinner seems so boring. So we like to add some veggies to perk it up and give it a little bit more vitamins going on in there. And color. So we like to eat the rainbow, so to speak. So Wow, this rice one is cooking really fast. So, adding that, let me show you real quick. So we're getting a lot of caramelization already going on with the onions and the garlic, which is fine, but I'm going to turn it down a little bit because I don't want it to cook the peppers too hard. Alright. Just seems like it's really working hard over there. The other ones are up on the same level, but we're not quite working that hard. Okay. Alright, back to pepper. Alright, the rest of the peppers I'm going to just julienne. They're going to be julienne slices and, yeah, julienne slices, and we're just going to throw those into our pans. So, there's a few. Those going in there. And these veggies kind of help hold up the salmon and the asparagus so it doesn't like stick to the bottom of the pans and like burn too heavy, you know, because you really want to light cook your asparagus and your salmon. Now our rice is going to take a little bit longer, so I'm going to drop these temperatures on our 2 front pans down a little bit. Let me move this out of the way and we'll get you up there where you can see those pans of cooking. And that rice pan is already in the back and we're getting nice and done over there. So we're going to go ahead and get that rice started. Like I said, we're using a box of rice tonight. New Orleans style jambalaya mix. This is made by Earthly Greens. It is from Aldi's. And it is really low carb, surprisingly. We looked at all the rices trying to figure out the lowest carbs, and there's only 29 grams or 10% carbs in this. And it does have a 3-gram protein and 0 sugar. So, yeah, good rice. Okay, so, let's see. Our rice tells us, for our stovetop directions, that we are going to need vegetable oil, which we used olive oil instead, and we're good. And then it wants us to add 2.5 cups of water. So we're going to go ahead and add that. Alright, there's 1. 2. And 1/2. Alright, and then our rice mix goes in. Kitchen scissors. Alright, and now we need that to boil real quick. So we're going to turn that up a little bit. Give it a stir. And this actually is going to take the longest. So let's see how long it wants us to cook for. We're going to go for 25 minutes after we boil. Alright. That should be fine. We'll chop the rest of the stuff we need. We drop these temperatures and bring that one up to high. Get that boiling. Alright, let's see what we need to do next. Alright, I'm going to bring you back and we're going to work on our asparagus. Fantastic asparagus. We picked this up from Aldi's the other day for like $1.29 for this bundle, and it is a fantastic bundle. Really, really nice spears. Love these things. We used to go hunt them all the time in Colorado when I was young. My dad and I loved to go and hunt them by the creeks, and we would pick wild asparagus. There is nothing like the taste of wild asparagus. so good. So I'm just cutting off about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Sometimes I like to bite the good ends. We eat asparagus raw all the time too. So you may hear me crunching along as I try to avoid wasting out any asparagus. Oh, our rice is boiling. So I'm going to drop the temp on the rice to a simmer. And I'm going to put on the timer for 25 minutes. And hit start. Okay. So we just need a lid. And I think I'm short a lid, so I'm going to use a plate. And that's done. All right. Back to asparagus. Oh, sorry, my chat disappeared. Yeah, I think so too. I should have probably got 2 bundles. But I'm always worried if we're not going to eat it fast enough, and I hate to waste food. Now, when it's summer and spring, if anything like this were to get wasted, we would just put it back out into the garden or under the tree for the birds and the squirrels. And just to let it go back into the ground. Not that it'll try to regrow, but just so that at least it's not in the garbage and instead composted back into the earth. Composting is a great thing. If I had the property for it, I sure would be composting everything. Okay. Awesome snack. Okay. So now, we just want those asparagus over there to turn like a bright green. Once they start turning a bright green, we'll be ready to put a lid on them so that we can conserve any, we don't want to lose any of our nutrients. So let's turn those up just a little bit, get them going. And next, we're going to have to get a bigger plate because we need to start working on our salmon. So let me get a glass plate for that. This is an old microwave plate, but it works to serve the purpose. All right, I'm going to get this giant salmon out of the pack. All right. And then we want to rinse it real quick. Got to be careful though to not bust it up. Wow, this was a massive fish. Very big salmon. Okay. Let's scrub out my hands real quick. Oh yeah, definitely. Asparagus is delicious raw. Try it with ranch too. If you like vegetables with ranch, you might like it that way too. Or You can make like a little bit of lemon mayonnaise sauce. I don't like mayonnaise, but I know other people do enjoy it. Alright, let me see. Maybe this one. Okay, so this needs to get cut into smaller, more workable pieces. So I'm going to try and get a like dinner size piece out of these. Oh, did I pick the, maybe I didn't pick the right knife. I bet I can get it with the kitchen scissors better. Sure can. There's a trick. When the knife fails, use the kitchen scissors. And look at that, chops right through it. Perfect. So we're just going to cut them into like steak pieces. Very nice. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's a little smallish piece, but that'll do the trick. Alright. Rinse my hands again. Okay. So let's check out this asparagus and see how our asparagus is doing. It's greening up nicely. That's exactly what we want it to do. Get it a little more greener and then we're going to lid it. This is so good too, by the way. Love asparagus with onions, garlic, and peppers. So good. You can actually cut them up into bite-sized pieces too if you like that better. Whatever you like. Okay. I'm going to bring up the heat on this a little bit. And I want to rinse this. There's a couple pieces here that have a little bit of stuff on them I want to rinse off real quick. I think it's actually just from the back side, which is really pretty, by the way. Very pretty, pretty, pretty fish. Our family had kind of run a bit of a boycott on salmon for a while because of what happened with the dam and how they wouldn't let the salmon go to spawn, which I'm sure caused a lot of devastation, especially for the whales that eat the salmon. So I'm kind of glad that it's finally back on the menu, but for months and months went by, maybe almost half a year, that we just didn't have salmon. And I love salmon. And even we make canned salmon loaves too, which are also really good. But Father has been trying to monitor his diabetes better, and so he's like trying to make sure that he doesn't have a whole lot of carbs in his diet in order to help reset his system. Sorry, I'm moving you back up so you can see pans. Alright, there we go. Look at those asparagus. Aren't they getting pretty? Love that. So beautiful. That bright green, that almost neon green is what we're looking for there. As soon as we get there, then we're going to drop that temp. And we're going to lid them. Let's check on our rice real quick too. That looks good. It's coming along nicely. We got about 16 minutes left on that rice. So the timing should be about perfect. Alright, a little bit more on those asparagus. Yeah, an old microwave plate. Yeah, we barbecue around here so much. We have to improvise on different platters sometimes. So, you know, like I said, always use what you got. Use what you got. So, oh, and I need to get these oranges cut up too, but I guess we can wait until we get the salmon in there. We'll do the oranges last. I think that'll be our last addition to this beautiful dinner. I might put a little oranges on the asparagus too. That might be delicious. Move this candle to the middle for ambience. How we doing, guys? Everybody doing good? I'm going to reset the chat because I think sometimes it goes behind and I don't know what's going on. This dinner does take a little while to cook too. I'm going to bring that up a little bit and that one up a little bit. Let's get this going a little faster. See how bright they're getting? So pretty. Love them. I'm going to add a little bit of lemon pepper to our asparagus. Fish and a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt. It is looking good, isn't it? So we got about 13 minutes now left on the rice, and trying to get these peppers a little bit more done, so I've cranked them up a little bit. And the asparagus is just about ready to lid. Look at it, isn't it beautiful? Love that pretty lime green spring grass kind of color that it gets. So beautiful. Oh, it's making me drool just thinking about it. Now, these kind of dinners will give you something that we like to call in our house a vitamin rush. This is an experience like no other. It's kind of like, it's hard to explain. It's almost like it goes straight to your head and it makes you feel very happy and like extra bright and clear. It's really hard to explain other than that, but you do feel an energy boost. And it's almost like all of your senses start to tingle all the way down your fingertips, like it's running through your blood, and just good nutrients getting to you. And this is so much better than any kind of fast food that you could ever get. One thing about fast food that I've always noticed too is that, you know, when people are cooking fast food, they're not cooking with love. They're cooking with one thing in mind, work. And because they're cooking with work in mind, this is not necessarily a positive energy. So there's no chance of any good, positive feelings going into that food. When you cook at home, you're cooking with that love, that extra lovey love that you put into everything you do, every artistic creation. And love tastes good. Oh my goodness, it is the best. And I can definitely prove this to you by think back to some of your best grandmother cooking, mother's cooking, you know, those home-cooked meals that always taste extra good. They're always extra special. And the reason for that is love. So I think we're ready with our asparagus. We're going to drop heat down on that to just below a 2. Almost my lowest. And we're going to just let that sizzle in there for a bit. It'll calm down a bit too as the temp drops. Okay. Now these, I think, are just going to have to be done enough. So we're going to kind of spread everything out a little bit so we get like a base for our fish. That way our fish is not just like smashed onto the bottom of the pan. And this helps keep the moisture and also adds flavor. Get a little bit more oil. I have a high spot in that pan. It's rather old and kind of junky, but it serves its purpose. So I think this one and the other one are probably our thickest pieces, so we probably want those in the middle. Oh, there was a bone in there too. Huh, how about that? Usually there's not, but you always definitely want to watch out for bones when you're eating fish. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Alright. Let's see, will she be able to fit it all in the pan? Who knows? And she manages. Alright, get that fish plate out of our way. Tink. Alright, okay. So now that we have that, I actually want to add a little bit of butter too. I probably should have added it earlier, but I forgot to think about it, so I'm going to add it now. I'm just going to drop some butter underneath those big patties, and it'll just kind of go where it needs to go. So, and actually that wasn't real butter, it was margarine, but it'll do the trick. Yes, skin side down. That's awesome. Cooking with passion makes those meals all the better. Okay, so next we're going to add a little bit of lemon pepper, just regular lemon pepper seasoning. This is great value lemon pepper. I'm going to add that. Just a little. And I'm going to add some basil, which I have dry basil too. This is also stone meal basil. I'm pretty sure it's like dollar store basil, but it does the trick. Add some basil to that, and we're going to add a touch of ground ginger. This is probably one of the more expensive spices, but it's powdered, so it does the trick. You just need a really little dab will do you on that for the ginger. Ginger's great too. In fact, I have some fresh ginger, and I need to make you guys some ginger tea. I'm going to add a little bit of regular ground pepper. So we're getting a nice kind of like spicy crusty going on there. And a little bit of Himalayan sea salt. Okay. I'm going to bring that temperature up just a little bit. I'm going to check on our rice. So let me bring that up there. Yeah, exactly. Like, just buy whatever is cheap. And Father does too. Father's actually the best at thinking frugal. He's very good at saving. I used to do the coupon thing all the time, but Father would go and shop like Aldi's, and he would do way better than I did. Jeez, this rice looks done. It's not even been 25 minutes. Let me taste. No, not quite, but it's close. Okay. Move that back. Drop the temperature on that a little bit more because still got some more time to go. And let's look at our asparagus and see how they're doing. Oh my gosh. They're so good. I'm going to add a little bit of butter to them too. Just a little bit. Ooh, those are so pretty. Love it. These are going to be divine. Alright, lid back on to conserve that delicious vitamins. Alright, we're going to do, let me see, once these fish get like half cooked, you can kind of tell when they get half cooked. Let me grab a fork. So you'll be able to see like when your pink starts to turn white and it gets like halfway through your steaks here, that's when you're going to be ready to flip them. So we're almost there, not quite. That little one's closer, but you can see where our cooking is done and where our cooking is not done. So once that happens, we'll be ready to flip. So while that's going on, I'm going to bring you back. We're going to chop up the carrot orange that I have, and that's going to go on top of our fish tonight. Let's see. Put that somewhere. Alright, so now we're going to slice the orange, like we're going to make slices out of the orange. So we're looking for these. And they're not very thick. They're pretty thin slices. I'm not measuring, but we're just going to go like maybe like sandwich slice kind of. If that's a thing for oranges. I don't know. These are delicious oranges too. If you guys... Oh, I'll eat that one. If you get a chance to get some carrot oranges, I highly recommend them. They look like grapefruit, but they taste so sweet. They're very juicy. They are a wonderful citrus treat. Okay, so that's about how many slices I was able to get out of it. Hey, do you want to see if the birds want this? Here, put that in their dish. You might like that. Okay, let me set these oranges aside and go back to our dinner. And let's have a look at these steaks and see what we're doing here. Yeah, it looks like we're about halfway through on that side. Real close. So we're going to go ahead and flip these. And as we do, I lost a little piece right there. See, they're cooking fast. We better drop temperature on them. See that? We got some flaking off right there already. So, let me get a spatula, make sure I don't bust them anymore. If you get to them quick enough, you should be able to fork flip them on the first try, but a spatula helps too, to make sure that you don't break apart your fish. So let's get these big steaks. Get some of that stuff back under there. Okay. It's looking so good. And they're shrinking up a little bit too, so we have a little bit more space in there. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and respice them. So again, with the lemon pepper, and I don't usually eat the skin, but just in case somebody wants to eat the skin, then they got nice little flavors going on that side too. And it's the same thing. It's lemon pepper and basil and crushed pepper and ginger and Inca salt. Pink Himalayan. Fantastic. Alright, let me see those beauties again. Oh, aren't they pretty? So gorgeous over there. Look at that. Oh, yummy. It's going to be fantastic. Alright. Alright, so now we're just looking to cook the underside of the steaks. And then as soon as we do that, we're going to flip them back over and we're going to add our oranges. and turn them up a little bit so that we can singe them. Yeah, actually, I'm not already going to just turn them up a little bit so we can singe that side a bit. Okay, I think I'll have me a cup of tea. You like eating the skin, Melvin? Hi, Candy. How are you? I didn't see you come in. Good to see you, darling. Tonight I am drinking, oh, what did I put in here? Oolong and pomegranate raspberry tea. Oh, that's our timer for the rice. Okay, let's look at that again. Whew. All right, so I'm checking on the rice back there. And we are done with rice. Perfect. It looks like everything's going to be right to the timing. Beautiful. Let's have a little taste. Okay. Well, you know what else is probably done? Is our sweet potatoes. So we have that too. So let's put the lid back on that rice. We're going to go ahead and just drop that temperature completely to the off position. And we're just going to set the spoons back there. And out with the sweet potatoes. Ooh. Super hot. Out of the way. Okay. Oh yeah. Those look fantastic. You see those? Beauties over there. They're all hot, ready to go. So then you can just have those with a little bit of salt, pepper, butter. Pull them out of the skin or keep the skin on if you like the skin. And those are full of those wonderful nutrients too. So let's see how our steaks are doing. Get my tea out of the way. How about that? Push you back up there again. Oh, scratchy. Sorry. Here, let me. There we go. All right. See they are looking like, yeah, they are cooking all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead and flip these smaller ones first, if I can. Ooh, they're just falling apart. See them? Gosh. They are going to be so good. All right. Ooh, look at that fabulousness. That is a beautiful fish steak. This one, I think we're going to move to the center because it feels like it's not quite as done. So, move that to the center. Put that one over. Ooh, that one is ready. They're all just ready to start falling apart. And I've got the heat cranked up a bit. So now, we're going to lay these beautiful carrot oranges just right on top of these steaks. I'll switch that one for that one, and that one. Well, maybe I'll skip it on the asparagus because I only have a couple slices left and I want to eat them. Delicious. Okay, we're going to take a big lid, put a big giant lid on that so we don't lose any more of our nutrients. And I'm going to eat up this orange and drink this tea. So good. Hi, Smash 510. How are you? Right? Look at the screen. Yes, indeed. Oh my gosh, it smells so divine. Super good. All the smells together. And we found like the jambalaya rice is just really, it's great flavor with the fish. You can kind of mix the salmon in with the rice if you like and take bites with it. And it's really good too. And then another thing I would do, and I'm trying to think if I have enough. I only have this much spinach. But I'm going to show you this trick that I did last time that worked pretty well. Though that much spinach is probably going to cook down really fast. So it won't be but a couple portions. It is so good. This is a common dinner around our house since we started eating salmon again. But we went for a while where we just didn't eat it at all because of the terrible atrocity that happened with the salmon and that dam that was over there. And I think it was in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle or somewhere over there. It was a big issue. And then the salmon couldn't get through to spawn, which meant that the whales couldn't go and hunt them, and yeah, it was a big blow to the ecosystem. So we did kind of put a boycott on salmon for a while. Ugh. You're getting hungry for a second dinner. That's awesome. It took me just about an hour to do all this. Hour long recipe adventure. Oh yeah, those are perfect. Okay, now I'm going to do something terrible to my asparagus. I don't encourage you to do it, but I have like a love for this processed white cheese. So I'm going to be adding that to this asparagus. See? And I don't recommend it because this is like an evil, awful, processed food that you shouldn't eat and isn't good for you. But I figure eating asparagus kind of makes up for it. So I'm going to add some cheese to our asparagus. And you could always, like, you could add cheddar or Colby Jack or, you know, whatever. Maybe you like pepper jack. That would be good on it too. Any kind of cheese you want to add. Or you can just eat it plain too. It's good just by itself too. All right.
What you got going on here, sweets?
Oh my gosh, look at it.
Oh, that looks awesome. I love the oranges.
Right?
Oh, man. I can't wait for that. That's gonna
Oh,
be
it's
awesome.
just about done. In fact, I'm getting ready to move the salmon over.
Wow.
And I'm going to put that spinach in there and try to get a little spinach portion going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that got a
Man,
little
that
bit
looks so
hot.
good.
That middle piece is definitely going to be done now. Okay.
If I
Make
haven't
sure
told
it's
you
not
lately,
stuck.
you are awesome.
Thank you, dear.
Beautiful and awesome.
Aw, you're so sweet. Here, do you want to taste?
Yes, I do.
Hot. Hot, hot, hot.
Ouch. Oh my God, that's good.
Okay, so I'm going to do something crazy, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this spinach and I'm going to just add it right to the side of the pan there. Try to get it all over there on the side. And it seems like a crazy thing to do, but this spinach will cook right down and it'll probably only be a couple portions. So it's going to be like all in that butter and oil and spices from that. And we're going to add some more lemon pepper to the top of that. And a little bit more basil. And Himalayan sea salt. And ground pepper. Alright. And then I'm going to just return that lid. Like so. And we're going to put the heat back up just a little bit again and let that cook down. Welcome, Sakuna Swona channel. How are you? Good to see you, darling. Oh, let me pick up all the spinach I dropped. Oh, let's see. I'm going to put away a few things while we wait. Sakuna, don't forget to leave me a comment. That always reminds me to get back over to your channel and check and make sure we're all still connected over there. Love hearing from you, darling. I love hearing from all of you. Really always look forward to interacting with you all in the comment section. And also in the community tab. Maybe some of you guys don't realize that we have a community tab now. We're very excited about it. And we love to see your comments over there and your interaction over there too. Super exciting. Aw, you're awesome. Smash, I haven't seen you forever either. You never leave me a comment. I need you to leave me a comment so that I can check out your channel too. I haven't been to a Smash show for a long time. Okay. I'm just going to tend these a little bit and like kind of just, I'm just moving them. They're going to turn bright, bright green too as they cook. And you can see they're already starting to reduce down. Meanwhile, our asparagus is all melty and lovely. So good. It's delicious over there. Let's see if we can't maybe get some of these to pop up on top for prettiness and loveliness. There we go. Ooh, it's all about the presentation, right? Wonderful. That is going to be delicious. Oh, I can't wait. Let's check on that spinach again and see where we're at with that. Yep, we're reducing down just lovely. See what I mean? It's going to give us just about, I don't know, maybe 2 servings, maybe 3 if we're lucky. Alright, I'm going to drop heat down again on that one to about a 4, so just under medium. Our asparagus is down on low heat, so you can see where our temps are, and our rice is completely off over there. And then our sweet potatoes are out of the oven. Oven's canceled out. We're done. Everything's done. We're just waiting on that spinach. Alright. I'm going to start working on making a little plate for you. So we're going to start with this sweet potato. Let's get you out a nice sweet potato right here. Cover that back up. Alright, we need a little butter knife so we can split our sweet potato out. And open that right up. Add a little bit of pepper. A little bit of Himalayan sea salt. And a little bit of margarine or butter. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, so then we'll get our little bit of rice. Okay, there's our rice. Pretty. And then we're going to get out a little bit of beautiful asparagus. Let me find a proper spatula to get out that asparagus with. All right. That's right there. Ooh, so pretty. Let's make sure we get a pepper on there too. Pretty, beautiful pepper. Okay. Lid back on there. All right, we should be ready here too. Oh yes, this looks amazing. Good. See how our spinach reduced right there in the pan, and it's got all those wonderful flavors from our fish. So let's get us out a nice big salmon steak right here. Ooh, look at that wonderful, delicious. Ooh, are you seeing this? And some of that wonderful spinach. Get this out of here. All right, my dears. Let me scoot you back so you can have a look at how your plate turned out. There it is. What a delicious dinner. Doesn't that look fantastic? Super delicious. Super gourmet. A little bit more salt and pepper to taste. And voila. Bon appetit, everyone. Thanks again for joining us for this wonderful cooking show. Remember, if you want to recreate our recipe, just let us know. You can do it in a live stream or a video, a film, whatever you want to do. Let us know that you recreated it. Even if you want to put your own spin on it, we'll be glad to share your link in our description box to direct traffic to your channel too. So we loved having you over for this wonderful dinner. And, oh, let me get you a fork. I forgot. Get out my best silver for you. There you are. All right. So if you want any more delicious recipes from us, you can find them in our original playlist titled Fairy Food. And you might look for us tonight. I think me and Tam might be going live reading tarot after dinner sometime by candlelight. And Tam has got a surprise. So thanks again, everyone, for coming and enjoying with us. Don't forget to come back and leave us a comment. Let us know what you're having for dinner tonight. And, of course, if you want to recreate our recipe, let us know that, too. And look for us in the community tab, too. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great